Hi guys, and welcome to the Batch Lady Tuesday chat. So it's Tuesday, it's just before lunch. The kids are about to finish homeschool and come and get some lunch, and I thought I would quickly record this before they all basically run into my kitchen. So last Tuesday I did my very first sort of informal chat and just chatted to you about lunches and lockdown and what we were doing and meal planning and all that sort of thing. I have had tons of you get in touch to say, could you go through some more lunches, so I'm going to go through that with you today and just really let you see what we're doing as a family and see if it helps, if it's if you can use it as some ideas. What else are we doing? Doing lots of egg things this week for the kids for lunches, which I'll go through with you as well. And really, we're just on another Tuesday in lockdown. I don't know about you, I'm going to let you see what I'm wearing. I'm literally sort of in jeans, if you can see that. And every day I've got jeans. I've got 3 of these jumpers from Zara and 3 pairs of the same jeans, and I just keep washing and wearing the same outfit. I look the exact same every single day. I've basically decided that I'm not going to let anybody wear anything that possibly needs ironed for the whole of lockdown if we're not leaving the house. So we're all in clothes that can easily get done. So tick to no ironing for the rest of lockdown, hopefully. You guys have sent in tons of things, asking me lots of different questions. So I'm going to go through some of them today, some questions on the website and scaling up and some various things. So why don't we kick off before the kids come back through, and let's go over to my chalkboard and we'll go through what we're going to do for lunches, okay? Okay, so last week when we came on and I spoke about lunches, I was doing soup, sausage rolls, toasties, baked potatoes and baked sweet potatoes. A lot of these I could get ready in advance so that the kids weren't coming in and pulling a whole lot of stuff out when I'm trying to work as well. So I've got one upstairs, one in the dining room, children, my office is just through these doors here. So I'm on a call, I'm sometimes editing and can't stop, and they have to sort of deal with it themselves. So some of you may be like that as well. If you've got younger kids, obviously you need to stop and sort of like help them out. So it's good to have it slightly organised in advance. What I don't like doing though, and many of you have said that you're exactly the same, I don't like giving anything that I'd ever give for an evening meal. I don't like giving at a lunchtime. So I don't mind sort of pasta, but I'm not going to do like a whole pesto pasta with bacon and onions, or I'm just going to do sort of plain pasta with some pesto through it and a salad on the side. That's it. So I like to try to keep lunches very sort of lunchish, and then dinners, it just doesn't mess up my dinner routine, and I think a few of you have said similar. So this week, I'm doing a savoury rice, which can be made in advance. Let me just grab my book. In my first book, you'll see the salmon fried rice. That's a full meal, and I do that as a main meal, so I don't want to do that. But what I do want to do is just ignore the salmon, and then it's just basically what I tend to do, and I think it's coming out in my healthy book, but I can't quite remember. I just boil up some rice, I just take some frozen veggies and quickly cook them. I mix the two together and I throw some egg through it in a frying pan and it mixes up. This lasts for a few days in the fridge. You can just sort of like take out what you need and heat it up. So that's quite good. It's cheap. It's rice, it's eggs, and it's a bit of frozen mixed veg. That's pretty much it. They can put some soy sauce of that in if they want. So I really like savoury rice. I'm doing quiche, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. I'm doing bagels, just because last week it was toasties, so we're having a change, and this week it's bagels. Some fridge pasta again, so I just chose a different sort of fridge pasta than what we had last week. I think last week we had pesto, and this week we're having chorizo and tomato, so there'll always be a fridge pasta. For those of you that don't know, it's just pasta with an easy sauce. I've actually put some chorizo through it this week, and they can just scoop it out of a tub and sort of reheat it in the microwave and help themselves. And I'm having one day that's an egg day, so it's quite egg based this week, but one day I've just said, in fact we did it yesterday, you can have whatever you want, but it's going to be eggs. So my son chose a fried egg sandwich. They have to have fruit and yogurt and stuff like that, so don't worry, it is sort of nutritionally balanced. Zara wanted scrambled eggs on toast, so she could make it for herself. What I would say is, if they can make it for themselves, allow them any types of eggs. If they're little kids, just do one, just scrambled eggs on toast or something like that. And I'll probably add in like another day, it might just be like beans on toast or something like that. So I tend to keep it pretty much like I always have from when they've been sort of diddlies, and that it's just a normal sort of lunchtime, you know. It's a bit cold out here, we've had a lot of snow, so I like to do some quite hot lunches, but I mean, you really don't have to. So I'm going to move you over here to show you this. Yeah, so in terms of the quiche, I've got a video on this, so if you want to look on my website, www.thebatchlady.com, super simple. I make it with puff pastry, some already grated cheese. I'm putting a red onion through it just because I don't have, we're having cheese and red onion because I don't have a massive amount of stuff in. Some flour just for dusting, and your eggs and a splash of milk. So all you want to do is put your puff pastry in, roll it out, put it in your dish, cut it off around the edges, leaving a bit of overhang, add your cheese, add your onion, mix some of your eggs with some milk, pour it in, bit more cheese on top, and throw it in the oven. You can get the full recipe on my website. So I've got this laid out because I'm actually just going to make it for tomorrow's lunch, because I've got a Zoom call tomorrow, so I just want them to come in, cut a piece and help themselves and sort of leave me to it. So that is what we are doing for lunches this week. I hope that might help you out if you want to take any sort of inspiration from them. They're not that inspiring, but I don't think lunches usually are. I'm actually quite happy with, I really like lunches. I probably like them better than evening meals. What else have I to tell you? Oh, just on that, on my website. So there is a brand new website. I never really announced it because it came out just before Christmas, but do go and take a look. It's been based around sort of Jamie Oliver-esque type what he's doing. So it's got like all the nutritional values. It's when you go in and you see the recipe, it gives you the ingredients. It's got a little button, you can click on it and go into the method. You can choose whether you want it to feed 2 people, 4 people or 8 people, and it will change the ingredients for you. So it's really smart, okay? So you will see me this year, because we're in January this year, you will see me working with some other brands. I'm going to be working with Instant Pot, I'm going to be working with trolley bags. I've got a good few lined up of different brands. Please support me in working with those brands. The last time I worked with a brand, somebody was like, oh my God, you're a sellout, this is what happens. The website cost me £15,000, okay? It's a super cool website. It's all free, it's all there for you to use, but I gotta pay it back. So I only choose brands that I completely believe in, okay? I get asked to do a lot of brands and I don't go near them. I choose ones that are brilliant for batching, that I use all the time, and that I think, yes, you guys will love this because it's something that I use all the time. So that is what I'm doing with my sponsorships and branding and stuff like that. The new book is coming out soon, but it's all very quiet. It's very bizarre. This is my 2nd book that I have now launched in lockdown. Third book launched in lockdown. I wonder if I'll ever launch a book in normal world. Go to London and get to go to like all these book festivals, and so far I've just spent about a year sitting in my house. So it would be lovely if we could. Fingers crossed we get to do another book after this with HarperCollins and we get out and about, which would be fun. Lots of people writing in this week about being sick and how batching has helped them. And it's people who have completely the right idea about this. If you can batch when you're well, you know, like if you have anything that's wrong with you, that you sort of go in peaks and troughs, so that when you feel good, that's the time to batch, so that those meals are there for you when you desperately need them. And I sort of feel a bit like that with homeschooling. If you've got diddlies and you've got 3 kids homeschooling, you're probably tearing your hair out. I would forget about batching just now, you know. Or if you want to send the kids off with your husband on a Saturday and spend a few hours and get ready for the week ahead, and then you're not having to think about those meals. So it's entirely up to you, but don't put any pressure on yourself at all. I'm really lucky, I've got teenagers. They go online and it's all Zoom calls all day, and I don't actually have to do very much. I'm just working from home as normal. So so I'm super lucky, but I do feel for all of you with tiny little kids, or any of you that aren't got little kids but have been sick, and these times you don't want to cook. Basically, all I'm saying is be kind to yourself. It doesn't matter. Don't put yourself under any pressure. I have a bracelet that I wear every day that my husband has had engraved for me that says, this is a no guilt day, because I spent my life being guilty of, I should have just done a little bit more. Well, actually in this day and age, no, we shouldn't. We should just be glad that we've managed to get up and do what we do. So let me know if there's anything else you want me to go through. I love getting all your questions, and I've probably blathered on for enough of a Tuesday. Hope you like the lunch ideas. Let me know if there's anything else you want to talk about. I did show on Instagram, if you follow me on my stories every day, I put lots of stories up about what I'm doing every day, and I was talking about my messy bowl, and then I showed people my sort of back kitchen through here and stuff. Lots of people asking to see around my kitchen and sort of like the back rooms through there. I'm a bit nervous about that because I don't want anybody to sort of slag me off. But let me know if you do want to see around it. I don't mind, got no secrets to hide. I can show you around my kitchen, or my laundry room or that sort of thing. Yeah, okay, have a lovely Tuesday. You're all doing a fantastic job. Lots of love, bye.